Hello everyone, welcome to Basic C Programming Tutorials. This is AJ, your tutor for the series, and you're watching Eagle Vision. Alright guys, from this video we're gonna start learning the basic concepts of C programming language. Before that, I'd like to give you a few details about the spaces and the indentations that you can see right here. This space that has nothing to do with the syntax of your code. That is basically there just to enhance the readability of the program. You can keep it wherever you want. For example, you can keep it like this. You can just place it that way. That's the spaces and the indents are there just to enhance the readability of the code, and even the tabs. You can have as many tabs as you want. You can keep it that way if you want, if that is more readable for you. Yeah, that's all about the spaces and the indentations. There are a few programming standards that every program in the world generally follows. So these spaces and indentations lie in that standards. Okay, so in this part, I'm going to be basically talking to you about text for the most part, how we can use text in our program. First thing, we can use text to display messages on the screen, just like there's hello world here. Okay, before that, I'd like to tell you another thing. When you start learning any programming language, the first thing they'll teach you is displaying hello world. This has been there as a tradition since the art of programming started. I don't know when. This is there. So text can be used to display message on screen, and another form of using text is adding comments to your program. So what you do is place your cursor here, just make some gap between that by pressing the enter key, and put two forward slashes and type whatever you want. I'm gonna type this is my first program. Type whatever you want in front of the two forward slashes. So what does forward slash mean? A couple of forward slashes actually mean in C that whatever follows it is a comment. Why do you use comments? If you comment each and every line, or like complex lines that you wrote today in your complex program, then you can open it whenever you want, and you'll understand each and every line if you just glance through that comment. For example, if you write a very big source code today, and if you open that source code after 6 months, and when you see at it, like if you have no comments at all, you won't understand why you wrote each and every line. So that's basically the use of comments. Comments are basically used for keeping track of why you write stuff in code. So that's one use of text. Remember to put forward slashes. So this is basically a single line comment. If you want the comment to be multi-line, just put one forward slash and one asterisk there, and type whatever you want in multiple lines, whatever you want. Let's just type something that makes sense. Okay, this is a multi-line comment, and close it with an asterisk followed by a forward slash. So this is a multi-line comment. So you can use whichever you want. That's there. The comments are very useful at situations where you're writing very big source codes for a very complex application software. So that's one use of the text. And coming to the printf statement, printf is basically a function. Remember what I told you in the previous video? A function is something that has a function name followed by a opening and a closing parenthesis. So printf is similarly that. Printf is generally like this. So this is basically an empty printf function. So whatever you put between printf function is what displayed on the screen when you run the program, just like that. See, here you get hello world. That message is displayed. That message is here. So don't worry about what this /n is for now. I'll come back to that later. So printf is basically used to display message on the screen and whatever you put between the parentheses of the printf function is the content that is displayed on the screen. You can put whatever you want here. You can remove this and put numbers. Just put any character values, any character that is on your keyboard can be put inside printf, and that'll print the same on the screen. Another thing that you have to remember when you write any characters into the printf function is that you have to enclose those characters within a double quotes. So whatever you write here should be within double quotes. That's how the compiler recognizes that they are characters. So if you put double quotes, the color turns to blue, and yeah, you have to enclose the characters and whatever the string values that you put inside printf in double quotes. So if you just remove this slash n, nothing happens, output remains the same. So one difference what you can see is if you just let that slash n be there and run the program, you can see there is an extra blank line that is there, that is created, and if you remove that slash n and then run it, there is no extra line. So what you basically incur from this is slash n, unlike web development languages, C programming language uses this backward slash n for a line, for a new line. So you can't type it this way. You can't type it this way for displaying message in more than one line. So to display message in more than one line, what you do is you use backward slash n. You can also use printf this way. Just make printf say hello on one line and use another printf function and make it say world. This can also be done very convenient way. You can use as many printf statements. Basically, yeah, that's what they are. Printf is a function, and if you use printf in your code, that becomes a statement. And a statement is basically terminated by a semicolon, is what I said in the previous video. And yeah, you can use as many printf statements you want in your program. So now that you know how to display text on your screen, go ahead and display whatever you want. Display 10 lines of text and whatever that is. In the next video, I'm going to be teaching you about how to print variables and the values of the variables for the most part. And see you again in the next video, guys. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Please don't forget to subscribe.